Hello and welcome to this short video. My name is Mieke van Mulders and today I will give you some more information on how to use the Replace online tool. So first we will start with some general background information. So we have developed the Replace online tool to collect information on the use of NAMs in a fast and consistent manner. We are collecting information on all NAMs which avoid the direct use of live areas in different areas, in different areas such as basic and applied research, regulatory testing, or education. We collect information on all methods in which you have experience. This means both methods that you have developed or that you are currently using in the lab, and this can be both a single step or sometimes even a whole research strategy. Before you are able to submit a method to the database, you need to register. After that, it will take you about 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the amount of information you would like to share with the rest of the world. There are both mandatory as well as optional fields in the online tool. This tool consists of 6 different steps. I would also like to tell you that you can track all of your submitted methods in the system. This you can do via the tab My Methods. Every method is linked to a status in the database, and for this there are 3 different possibilities. Firstly, saved as draft, and here you can see you have 2 different options. Either you have a gray button Continue, this means you did not complete all mandatory fields, or a pink button Submit. This means that all mandatory fields have been completed and you're able to submit the method to the database. After clicking the pink button, your method will change, the status of your method will change into Submitted to Database. After we will get an automatic email that a new method has been submitted to the database. We approve it, and then the status will change to Included in Database. You also have the possibility to create groups in the system. For instance, if you are working at a particular research group in the university, you can create your research group in the system as well. In this case, I have created a group, Risk and Health Impact Assessment, and as you can see at the superscript, I am the admin of this group. As an admin, I can invite people to join my group or I can delete members. I also have a full overview of all the available members and the submitted methods within my group. As an admin of the group, I also have the possibility to modify the methods that have been submitted by the members of my group, and I can approve them before they are going to the Replace database. This is the second scenario. In this case, I have created the group Toxicology, but here I am only a member of the group. As a member, I can still submit methods in the name of my research group, and then the admin of my group will be able to verify the content, adapt where needed, and approve, so then it can be submitted to the Replace database. As a member, I will also have a full overview of the available expertise, meaning both members and methodologies within my group. Lastly, we have a feature called My Organization. Within this feature, every organization has a possibility to manage all the accounts, methodologies, and research groups that are linked to this organization. This can be very valuable for large organizations on different sites to have a better overview of all the available expertise. In this case, we need to have a dedicated contact person who will keep track of all of this information. As this is a task with a lot of responsibility, you need to request this via the general mailbox so we can explain you how it works. We have installed both of these functions, My Groups and My Organization, to ensure the quality control of the submitted information. This means we are able to offer you reliable and up-to-date overview of the available knowledge on NAMs. So now we are at the second part of the presentation, actually submitting methods to the database via the online tool. So if you go to our website, www.replace.be, you can see the login button and the submit button on the top right corner of your screen. If you click there, you will be able to log in or create an account. If you want to create an account, you need to enter your personal details as well as some details of your organization. Then you will be directed to this screen. This is a screen where you end up if you want to submit a method. So this will give some general background information about the online tool. So now we are on the first step of the online tool, and you can see this by the blue box. Every time you are at a different step, the color changes to the step where you are currently at. You can easily navigate through the online tool by clicking on one of these numbers. In the first step, we are collecting some general information, such as the title of your method, an acronym if there is a commonly used one, and you can also see that we ask the organization which can be linked with the methodology. This information will be automatically retrieved from your profile. If you are working in a research group and you would like to have your methodology or your expertise linked to your research group, you can add it here. For instance, I'm a member of the group Toxicology, so I can look for the group Toxicology and enter it here. If your group does not exist yet, you can create it. You just need to start typing the name of your group and then it will be automatically created. As we know, there are a lot of scientists who are working with different organizations and they have a lot of collaborations. You also have the opportunity to mention the partner for your method. This to ensure that they are also visible with the development of new methodologies. You are also able to enter the email address of your second supervisor or your promoter or a professor at the other institute, so they are also aware about your contribution. In the second step of the online tool, we want to know more information about the scope of your methodology. For instance, you can determine if you are using an in vitro or an ex vivo method, and then you can further specify if you are making use of human or animal-derived material and which type of tissue of organs you are using for your research. The third step of the online tool is the most important one. Here you provide keywords linked to your method and the scientific area, and you also explain the scientific principle behind your method. You can also further indicate a specific lab material that you are using and the status of your method. The fourth and the fifth step of the online tool are fully optional. In this step, you indicate both the advantages and the challenges of your methodology, and you can indicate whether there are potential modifications possible, or if you have thought about other applications in other research areas, you can indicate this here. In the fifth step, you can add additional references, for instance, to your publications, or you can upload a full SOP or protocol. You can also refer to the link of your research group, and there is an information field foreseen in case you want to share something more about your methodology and you did not find where to put it in the online tool. So this is where you can do it. And the last step of the online tool relates to the privacy. So here you can indicate whether you want that your name is disclosed on the Replace website, yes or no, and the same for the name of your organization. Once you have completed all steps of the online tool, the red lining will disappear. So this means you will see the pink button Submit to Database. At this point, you will be able to share your methodology and information about the Replace website via LinkedIn or email. Don't hesitate to use these functions because Replace really aims to focus on knowledge sharing on the use of NAMs. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to contact us. I would like to conclude the part about the online tool with some general attention points. So first of all, we are collecting different types of methodologies. These do not necessarily have to be one-on-one replacement methodologies, as we know that this is often not yet feasible. We do collect also certain steps of a full in vivo strategy. So if you are using laboratory animals, but you still use, for instance, computer modeling, or you work with bacteria beforehand, you can also submit this expertise. The regulatory status of a method is not relevant. This means that we are collecting both methods that are still in development, but also methods that are already fully validated and that might have an official OECD test guideline number. The title, the keywords, and the short description are the main points by which other experts will be able to look for you at the database. So it's very important to carefully think about it. You can allow whether your name and the name of your organization are displayed on the website, and everybody is free to determine the type and amount of information that is submitted, so there cannot be any conflicts with IP rights. And now we come to the last part of the presentation about the database. So this is an overview of the database. So on the left side, you can see all the methods that have been submitted to the database. And on the right side, you can see the names of the contacts and the organizations on where this expertise is allocated. You can browse the database via keywords or the use of filters, such as type of method, area, and organization. If you are interested about a particular methodology, you can click on the title in the database, and then you will be directed to the detailed page of a methodology. For instance, this is an in vitro assay, and on the left side you will see all the information that has been submitted in the online tool. And on the right side you can see the name of the contact person and where the expertise is allocated. You also have the opportunity to share this information further via LinkedIn or email. So this was the presentation on how to use the Replace online tool. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions about the project, the online tool or the features, don't hesitate to contact me.